Okay, put them there. And now go back to your stations, please. I'm sure we will both be alright now. Very well. Well, that's not a very pretty picture that you have got yourself into now, is it? Well, how unfortunate for you that you were caught, and of course thank goodness that you were caught roaming around on my Star Destroyer. No doubt you had lost your way, ended up on here by chance, no doubt. I see. Or perhaps a little bit of mind probing will tell me the truth. The truth which I am looking for is that you are indeed a rebel scum, and you have infiltrated my Star Destroyer, attempted to break into my quarters to no doubt steal secret documents, and therefore take them back to the rebellion. Of course you won't admit that, but don't worry, we have our methods here on my Star Destroyer. I am in command of a vast fleet and capable of wiping out any pathetic resistance that you might be able to muster. And this far out in the galaxy, I'm afraid that nobody is going to hear your pathetic distress call, I can assure you. Okay, well, please bear with me just to let you know that my troopers are located just outside there and there. Okay, so if you attempt any escape, they will be in after you, and I merely have to press a couple of buttons to summon some of my black troopers. I'm sure you are very familiar with those, and the name which we actually call them. Of course you know them. You seem to be well versed in our Imperial military, and that of course is a trait of a rebel such as yourself. Now try and think before you answer your questions, before it leads you into even more trouble than you're in right now. Okay, so please cooperate with all the questions which I ask you. I will be asking you some various things, and I'll let you know now that I am able to detect very quickly whether you would be lying or not. But probably on most cases that you will be lying and you won't be telling me anything. So don't you worry, I have a solution for that. We will be doing a little bit of mind probing. You may drift in and out a little bit of consciousness, but don't you worry, I shall require all the things which I need to know from you. Okay, so let's try and do this in an exceptionally relaxed manner, and I could get back to my Star Destroyer and find something to do with you. Good. So I have a box here which my troopers have given me. They put all your items into one of my crates, and we are going to inspect those first. And we shall be asking some questions together as to why you have these items upon your person. Now, let me ask a very simple question first. Listen carefully. Are you a rebel spy? Of course not. Are you familiar with the Imperial Navy under the sanction of our glorious Emperor? You are. And how do you feel about our glorious Emperor? You don't seem so overly enthused about it. What planet was it you said you were from again? No. I am well versed in planets, and that is where the Wookiees come from Kashyyyk. Please tell me what planet you are from. Oh, Ryloth. Of course. Of course you are from Ryloth. Okay. So I'm just going to start showing you the items which you have about your person walking on my Star Destroyer. Is that okay? Now I'm going to keep my voice down a little bit because we don't wish for things to escalate here, do we? Otherwise there will be consequences, will there not? My troopers are most alert, and don't worry about their shots, they have the perfect shot, unlike the majority of stormtroopers you find in other fleets. Mine are very precise. Okay, so please cooperate with me. So the first thing which I thought was a peculiar item which you bought on board my Star Destroyer with. This is a very delicate item. Are you familiar with what this is? You don't know, but this was on your person. When you were searched, my troopers found this located in your rucksack, did they not? So you are aware of the implications should I feel inclined to press this button here. Of course, now this is extremely dangerous item, is it not? This, what we call in the Imperial Navy, is an impact grenade. Now you would find these impact grenades upon Imperial persons and not persons like yourself, even though you claim to be an Imperial. I beg to differ. This has clearly been tampered with. There should be a hook which goes round the side, and then you would hang it on your belt. So to me, the fact that the hook is missing means that you no doubt pulled it from a trooper and put it upon your person should you need it to use it. Now this impact grenade can be very dangerous. All I need to do is press the button and then throw it wherever I wish, wherever it makes impact. That is where I will do the most damage. Now, for someone who is not military inclined as you say you are, this is an item which I find very surprising that you keep on your person. Well, that's just one of the items, okay. So, let me ask you again, are you a rebel spy? You're going to answer me honestly now. I'm going to have a little bit of a mind probe. Now this mind probe is going to get the answers which I deserve. Now this may take a couple of attempts, but don't worry, as we go along we will get the answers that we desire. Okay. Familiar with this? This is my mind probe, and this is able to manipulate your mind when I put it close to you, and you will start to begin to feel the truth emerging, and when you say something, the truth will hopefully come from your mouth. Okay, so we're going to start with a little bit of probing, unless you wish to tell me something first, some information which I require. be too easy. But don't worry, I do enjoy this process quite a lot. So if you can just look there for me, and I'm going to keep it down on your right side. Perhaps there's something you wish to tell me. Something, what you are, what you're doing here. No? Are you indeed a rebel spy? Well, let me try the other side for you. Are you here on my Star Destroyer to infiltrate and gather information? No, still resisting. Well, we'll have to make you a little bit more relaxed, and then I'm sure that you will be able to tell me the things which I require. Not to worry. Okay, don't worry. My methods are not like the other Imperial officers. They probably try and get information from you in completely the wrong manner. An Admiral, on the other hand, will ask questions systematically in a relaxed atmosphere. And because you're relaxed, then you're more susceptible to the mind probe. And eventually you will give me the information which I require. Okay. So, something I found quite disturbing, that you had a blaster on you. Now this is quite a rare blaster, and I can see it's been slightly modified here on the scopes. Now what is it someone like yourself would be doing on an Imperial Star Destroyer with a blaster like this? Because this is not what we issue Imperials, that's for sure. The stormtroopers gave it to you. Well, I highly doubt that. Stormtroopers have never seen a gun like this. No. This, to me, let me tell you, indicates that you are a spy. You picked this up, no doubt, on your rebel base, and you intended to protect yourself just in case you got captured. Now, this is quite a weighty blast you have here, no doubt packs a punch. So let me demonstrate for you. Yes, I see. So that's how you use it. Look through the scope there, and no doubt there will be some drawback there as well because of the impact of the blaster. Now, this is a very impressive blaster, don't get me wrong. I think I might actually change it for my Imperial blaster and upgrade to this. This is certainly a rare piece that you have bought me. But unfortunately for you, Imperials do not carry weapons like this one here. Let me show. I shall use my probe. Imperials would be carrying a different type of blaster. This one has a scope on it, is single-handed, so you can blast away with one hand, good for quick drawing, and of course it is a good weight for the blast impact that is created by this. So we see we have the cooling vents around here, the scope along here for accuracy, which I'm sure you know all about this, along here, yes, and you can adjust the scope here with these screws there, and also the handle. This is almost like wood from Kashyyyk, the place where you indeed lied that you were from, though it's probably from somewhere else. So a very rare blaster, no doubt. Let me think. Almost looks brilliant somehow. Well, thank you very much for my gift, but unfortunately for you, you shouldn't have been carrying around blasters like this on you, especially around my Star Destroyer. We have a very strict blaster rule. Only stormtroopers are allowed to wear them. Imperials have a different gun, and all the other workers do not carry blasters. You are neither of these things, and you have a blaster. You seem to have fooled your own life already. Okay, so I'll probably keep hold of that. And it kind of fits extremely well, thank you. So let me ask you just a little question. Are you a rebel spy? Okay, don't worry, I shall use the probe. Just listen to it, just relax to it. I shall get the answers which I want. Just keep relaxing. Fall asleep if you want. Makes no difference to me. All I need is the truth. Do a little bit of work on your right side there. Star Destroyer. No. You are a rebel spy though, aren't you? Don't worry, we will get there. Okay. So something which I found most peculiar upon your person, the troopers in which that I know that you're very familiar with, those black ones, which name I do not need to say because I don't wish to disturb you or make you feel on edge. We'll keep you nice and relaxed. But you're carrying a doll of one of those troopers. Now let me get it for you. Now I'm going to be extremely careful with this, as no doubt it has been booby trapped and can probably be used as a bomb of some sort. I know what you rebels are capable of. Most ingenious and picking out curious things. So no doubt you wished for one of our Imperials to pick up this trooper here, show a keen interest, and no doubt you've got a detonator located somewhere in here, and it goes off. Or it could be a door of some sort that you are trying to locate these types of troopers. Why you have this about your person, I do not know. It remains a mystery. This makes me believe that you are quite a supporter of the Empire, but there are too many things against you which make me believe that your intentions for this are quite unsavory. Okay, so let me take a close inspection of that for you. So we're going to scan this and scan for any types of wiring or detonators in there. So don't worry, we'll find it if there is any in there. So if you feel nervous, then you should do, because if there is, then I'll be sure to summon a trooper like this, and they will be able to deal with you. Okay, just scanning away there, looking for anything hostile, detecting for anything along there, even if it's microchipped with nanotechnology or something like that, you will detect it. this device is not active and hasn't been primed for any offensive intent. So it makes me beg the question as to what on earth it is doing in your possession, but no doubt this is probably a souvenir or something that you decided to pick up for your rebel friends, no doubt. Or is this probably what I imagine it would be, a good luck charm for you somehow, because this was located in your bag. So you won't mind if I just break it. No doubt this is a sentimental piece for you. I expect that my troopers, or someone else's troopers, came to your home world, didn't they? They came to your home world and no doubt took it over, and now you hold a grudge against these troopers. So very brittle material that it's been made out of here. I'm surprised that it's still in one piece with all the rebel activity that you have been doing. And now quaint, it makes a noise as well. How genius of you to replicate the same noises that the blasters on these troopers use. So it has all the gizmos and no doubt a good luck charm for you, just as I predicted. So you have articulating bits here. The arms move. Attention to detail is exceptionally good here, though I'm afraid that it is pointless. And don't worry, I will send this down to the trash compactor as soon as we finish up here. Okay. Trash compactor is. Well, as you notice that I have my R unit behind me, he of course will be able to administer something to you should you not tell me the truth. Plus I can quite easily plug into the system and look at surveillance to see where you have been snooping around. Now, if you do not tell me if you are a rebel spy and you have been snooping around the Star Destroyer, then there's going to be consequences. Okay, well, you are an exceptionally resilient rebel, but don't worry, my calming manner and this relaxing atmosphere will be able to break you down ever so slowly. Feel free to fall asleep. And we'll just do a little bit more mind probing there. Allow it to relax you. Let the vibrations make their way to the appropriate places. And you will be able to tell me the truth. As you are not telling the truth, are you? No, you are not. Okay, and we will probe your left side there. That's it, just let it do its job. Its purpose is to extract information from rebel minds like yourself. So feel nice and relaxed. Either way, there's going to be consequences for not telling me, and consequences if we find out the truth. Unless you are able to pledge allegiance to the Emperor and the Empire, then perhaps we might find another use for you. If you indeed prove to be who you say you are, and have delicate information which can be used to serve the Empire. So are you a rebel spy? I say again. We came so very close there. Don't worry. I think next time we'll get there. So, something which was once again most peculiar that you had about your person. My troopers gave me this. And are you familiar with what this is? Yes, of course. Well, the clue is in front of you. This is an Imperial uniform, and this is an Imperial officer's uniform. Now, why would someone like you, who is not an Imperial officer, who is not an Imperial stormtrooper, who is not an Imperial, who is not even a worker, would be carrying a pair of Imperial officer trousers upon you? Don't worry, you don't need to answer. I will answer it for you. Now, if I was you and I were breaking into an Imperial Star Destroyer, then things I would have about my person, I would probably have an impact grenade that I would steal from a trooper. Okay, definitely an impact grenade, perhaps a thermal detonator or something like that. Okay, then I would make sure which I had a powerful blaster upon my person to get me out of any tricky situations that I might find myself in. That would be exceptionally useful. But this blaster shouldn't be too big, but also shouldn't be a stormtrooper blaster. Even though it has rapid fire, you will be caught because you are not a stormtrooper. Now the obvious thing is to dress up as a stormtrooper, though you won't know if you fit into the size. Now what is the next item of clothing which would be easy to spot whether it would fit you or not? I don't know, but I would definitely carry that blaster for short range fighting that isn't heavy and going to pop you down as you make your way infiltrating, but also at the same time packs a punch. So I would definitely have a blaster. Now, it is quite a tricky infiltration boarding a Star Destroyer. Now you managed to do it, don't worry, we will find out. But how you managed to do it requires some cunning rebel tactics, no doubt. You will find the way you got in here. No doubt your ship is attached to the Star Destroyer somehow, probably dropped off from hyperspace from another ship. You boarded an escape pod and now attached yourself to the Star Destroyer. Don't worry, your plan is simple but effective. Okay, and then you decide to take with you a highly risky operation such as this. You would want some form of escort, and in your case, yes, you got it, a death trooper forms that purpose. Okay, and then once you have got all your belongings on you, it's time to blend in just ever so easily. So, you no doubt dispatch your ruthless rebel nature to an unlucky Imperial officer, steal their uniform, and pretend you are an officer to blend in. Whilst you are roaming around my Star Destroyer, you manage to locate, extract secret Imperial secrets, and then take them back to your escape pod and escape, waiting for you to, no doubt, send off your beacon. I take it this is your beacon here. This one here, okay? And you probably just press the top there, and that will send the rebels to us. So let's see if that works, shall we? And if I press it a couple of times. What does that denote? Probably emergency. And they will come from hyperspace ever so shortly, and I'll make sure that our TIE fighters are there to greet them. Captain Corky, make sure there is a squadron of TIE fighters in the air immediately. Don't worry, they'll be there to greet your friend on extraction there. And they will be dealt with in the same way you will be dealt with unless you cooperate. So, you intend to wear this Imperial uniform, these trousers. What baffles me is somehow that you have made the mistake of getting two sets of uniforms, but both are trousers. Now, why am I not surprised with this from simple-minded rebel like yourself? We have two pairs of Imperial trousers, and only a rebel scum such as yourself would be so inept to make a mistake like this. So this makes me think that you didn't take care of an Imperial, that you actually managed to find and locate where the uniforms are and take a couple of uniforms for yourself. Now, this is admirable that you didn't find a need to use your blaster. That is noted, that is for sure. But the fact that you are so stupid to pick up two pairs of trousers and not a whole uniform, and then get caught as well with just these two pairs, this must be quite embarrassing for you. But don't worry, these mistakes happen on board the Imperial Star Destroyer. Are you familiar with the name of this Star Destroyer? No, it is not the Endurance, it's the Fred. Okay, yes, we are that famous one. So, there are ways to serve your empire. Should you fail to accomplish your mission, you can either die a hero for the rebellion, or you can serve a greater purpose and give us the information we require. And I'm sure here on our Star Destroyer that we'll find an appropriate place for someone who is able to help the Emperor, and of course shall be rewarded in a manner which is suitable for the amount of help that you could potentially give the Emperor. Does that sound appealing to you? Well, the resilience of a rebel. Well, let's perhaps try this mind probe once more. Okay, but we're not going to probe it in a conventional manner, like so. To your left side there. Don't worry, you can just follow it now. And follow the light of the probe. If you don't do this, then my troopers will be here and they will escort you to somewhere else. Okay, so just follow the probe for me. Keep following it as we go round and round. like you want to just tell me the information which I require, the most simple of things. I wouldn't wish to wrongly accuse you now, would I? No, of course not. That would be very un-Imperial-like. Okay, so just a little bit of probing there. And the same again there. Are you indeed a rebel spy? Perfect. Exactly what I was looking for. So you are indeed a rebel spy. Well, I will send all that down to the trash compactor. Now you have a choice. Like I mentioned before, you can be a hero or you can be an actual hero and serve your empire. There is only one place for rebel spies such as yourself. I know that you are probably making your way to over here. This is where I keep all my documents, but they're not even lying around. They're in my astromech unit there. So you wouldn't have even been able to infiltrate the information required. Your rebel friends did not even care enough about you to take this into consideration. Surely that worries you just a little bit. That they sent you on a mission knowing that you would likely fail. That you would likely get captured and fall into my hands. The Empire does not treat you in that way. The Empire rewards people who are useful to the Emperor. Okay, 1 second please. Troopers, if you can just come in here. Just one there and one there. Just behind. Okay, thank you so much. Right. So, there is a big decision to make. Is there not? This is a big opportunity for you. Now, I'm asking you and offering you this once. And this will be a one-time only thing, so think carefully now you would like to respond. Okay? It's very simple indeed. So, would you like to serve your empire? Give us information which we require, something useful about the rebels, where your camp is and where you are hiding. We will need coordinates to your closest base, and perhaps that you might find yourself being an officer here on my Imperial starship. We will show you the ropes, what you will be required to do, but you will be suitably promoted to a manner which will be useful for the Emperor for the information that you would give us. Now, any other Star Destroyer, and thank goodness that you weren't on Lord Vader's Star Destroyer, because that would not have been pleasant. Any other Star Destroyer, you would have been dealt with a severe punishment, but I'm giving you a choice here. If you serve me on my Star Destroyer, then it would be most pleasant for you. You'll have your own quarters, you'll be able to sleep, rest whenever you wish, and you will only be required to give us information and then enter the field when we absolutely must. But apart from that, your duties would be simple. It would be an easy life as part of the Empire. I'm afraid that was going to be your answer. Wake up. You appear to have just dozed off a little bit there. Unfortunately, that is the side effects of all the probing and mind probing. It can make you very sleepy and also hallucinate as well. So So I will ask you the same question. Please don't fall asleep this time. Are you willing to serve your empire and join us here aboard the Fred? That is indeed the answer that I was looking for. Well, congratulations. We will put you to your test and get information from you, which I'm sure you will give willingly. Okay, my troopers will take you to your new quarters. Someone will be in there to extract information from you properly. Once that has been extracted, then we will find the rebel base, your so-called friends, which you have now just betrayed, and deal with them accordingly. In that time, you will be given new uniform, a badge similar to mine, but not as high ranking, probably a captain or something like that. Okay. It would be great to have you here upon my Star Destroyer and giving me useful information on how the rebels work. Now I hope that you found that mind-probing relaxing. It is a little bit of a sleepy process to interrogate, though we can cast aside your abnormal infiltration techniques, and we could forget about that and work on building the empire and serving the Emperor. Okay, I am in contact with Lord Vader later, so I will mention this to him, and let's hope that you remain loyal to the Emperor, because I'm sure he'd be very keen on seeing you if you're not. Okay, so thank you for my blaster. Troopers, take into their quarters. Great. Cheerio.